Hi and good day. For this week, I will be bringing you the second part of 3D print upgrades that will make your Ender 3 up and running. It has been 4 weeks since I had this 3D printer and I have upgraded some parts of it with 3D models that are readily available in Thingiverse. You can also see the part 1 of this video on the 7 first upgrades that I did. If you like to see that video, you can click on the video appearing on the screen. So for this week, I'll walk you through on the second part of an upgrade that I have done for this 3D printer to make it more effective. And the link of all the upgrades that I have done here will be in the description below. First up, since we have covered the fan for it not to be damaged with the filament that is purging when this printer starts to print, I have encountered one problem again about the purging filament going into the 4040 extrusion. This will not affect the operation, but it just annoys me how difficult it is to take out the filament once it is on those spaces. So for this, I have printed an extrusion cover strips that will cover those spaces as you can see here. What I did next is to change the wobbly and flimsy bed handle and GoPro mount into a more sturdy one. So I have printed 2 models for this, one for the left and right thumb handle and 2 for the GoPro swivel arm mount. For the thumb handle, I just printed both right and left handles as I can't decide which side I will put them. So the installation of this part is simple. You just need to remove the 2 leveling knobs in front and then insert the parts and return back the knobs. Afterwards, of course, you need to level the printing bed again. This time, a better cable management is needed, so I printed cable clips to manage the power cables at the back and the cable that connects the mainboard to the control panel. Also, this is easy to install. You just need to push it into the extrusion until it clicks and it's done. Another cable management that I have done is to change the cable clip that is installed in the lead screw motor. For this, I have opted for the cable chain as it is neater to see the cable points in one direction. The only problem that I have here is that in the printing process, it doesn't stick into the bed. So I changed the adhesion method into brim, and that solves my problem. The installation of this upgrade is self-explanatory, as the files that comes with the model has a picture on how you will install it. The only tricky part here is that you need to replace the bed cable plastic cover with your printed model for all the chain to snap in. But first, you need to take out one leveling knob at the back to install your printed part. I have also noticed that the lead screw is not properly aligned vertically, so I printed a lead screw motor spacer. Installation of this is quite tricky as you need to take out the lead screw in which all parts of the printer is attached. But for me, I just take out the lead screw and put support for the 2020 extrusion that holds the filament extruder for it not to fall. Then I need to take out the lead screw motor and insert the 2 spacers in. Bear in mind that these are 2 different parts, and the one without the W arms is to be inserted at the bottom of the motor, and the part that has the W arms to the vertical extrusion. I call it W arms because I do not know what it's called. Then what's left to do is to put it back all together. Next one is to address the friction on those filament guide that I installed in the first upgrades, as I think these are the causes of those stringing in my prints. So for this, I opted on the filament guides that have ball bearings on it, so that it freely moves with less friction. So I printed this model of filament guides and I take the old skateboard that I have and remove some of its bearing for use on this upgrade. Another part needed on this is an M4 by 16 bolts. The only hard part on this is on how to install the ball bearing, as you need to push harder for it to go in. Once you have the ball bearing placed, all you need to do is to plug it in. Since I have so many bearings to use, next one that I did is the lead screw stabilizer. For this, I need one piece of bearing from ever-trusted old skateboard and two pieces of M4 by 10 bolt and nut. Since I do not have spare metal T-nut, I printed also a T-nut that uses the M4 nut. And for this, I need to take out the top rail first to insert the T-nut for me to install the stabilizer. On top of that, I also printed the lead screw knob, which easily inserted on the top. And lastly, for this batch of 3D prints that I did, since I have upgraded the filament guides to be frictionless, I decided that I need also to upgrade my spool holder with those with bearing. So I printed the model that uses two bearings that are easily attached to the existing spool holder. You just need to take out the plastic parts and replace it with your 3D printed parts. And these are the 3D printed upgrades that I did since my last video on 7 upgrades on this Creality Ender 3. And this will be the last part of this series. But watch out for upcoming videos where I will make things using Fusion 360, Cura, and this Creality Ender 3. Which I already did one, which is in the video that appears on your screen. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for you to be notified every time I upload new videos. And of course, if you have questions or you need any help or if you have any suggestions or comments, don't be shy to ask in the comment section below. See you guys next week. As always, keep creating. Cheers!